Warning, 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 warning. This is a reminisce broadcast. Code Red, hold on, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name's Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here it's 366 quack day. All right now, let's see now. What do we have on the line? Anyone there talking?
Okay, so of course we're live on the Ocelli Radio Network Friday night. We take calls. So let's see. You can call 319-527-5016 and join the show. We hope that you do. You can also use Skype for the last
time.
This is it, right, Uncle?
This is it. This is last of this thing, company.
It's been good, huh? Been a good,
look at that. He tearing down the place.
Tear down this wall, gentlemen. Right, Uncle? Is that what?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So call in. I think we have a call already.
We have a call already. Put him on the line. Let's see who he is. Hello, speaking.
Hey, Uncle. This is one of your customers, Danny from Northern California. How you doing?
Hey, Danny, what's been happening up there?
Well, you know what? I really enjoy your TikToks, and I'm learning so much from TikTak. And since this is the comedy hour, I just learned from TikTak that Trump's been calling Xi in China, and they're placing them on hold, and they're just leaving them listening to Barack Obama's speeches. What are your thoughts?
Barack Obama? With all what's going in the White House? That is absolutely ridiculous.
Listen to Obama's speeches.
Is that true, Danny? Is that really what they're saying is going on? That Trump's on hold?
Yeah, this is the awful rumor. I'll just put it right here, since it's the awful rumor I choose to believe.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And I saw somebody say it, and I got a giggle out of it, and I figured I'd have to share. It's just an awful rumor, but you know what? I choose to believe it. You know, a lot of people believe in a lot of silly stuff. It's the silly stuff I want to believe.
Sure. Well, that's fair, Danny. I get it. Yeah. Why can't you have your little pet weird thing that you believe?
Yeah.
That's fair, right,
have it. You should have it. You should have your own operation of what you want to say on your show, if you have, and just throw it out there.
Do you have a TikTak, Danny?
Yeah. Do you have a TikTak?
I have a TikTak, but I've never operated. I'm stuck in an analog. I'm stuck in the analog world. I'm stuck in the 20th century. I've just not been brave enough to do it yet. But I have a lot to say. But I might get on.
Throw it on there and see what it says.
You're either going to love it or you're going to get death.
Throw it on there and see what they tell you.
You never know,
what
right,
you
Uncle?
do is you throw it out there and see what they tell you.
Yeah.
And if they enjoy it, keep going. That's the way I seen it.
That's your take, Uncle?
That's how I take it, because, heck,
Vladimir, stop.
I got little man's games. They going dang crazy on it. I mean,
Will you stop? Will you stop?
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for it to get the new ones out.
Vladimir, stop. Stop it. Will you stop? Will you stop?
Who's that? Who is that?
Is that a game?
Is that a game you playing?
What's going on there?
It's Trump telling Vladimir to stop it.
Oh, that was you. I thought that was Danny. I'm talking to Danny here.
I know.
I choose to believe that was Trump trying to get into Putin through his uncle, the podcast.
They did not touch my broadcast.
They didn't. How can you be so sure?
You dang idiot.
It's just me letting you hear some of the sound that's going out there. That's all.
Oh, that's you. That isn't him. What do you get me wound up over here, sidekick?
Well, I don't know. I just
don't know. Listen. You listen. That's why you got ears.
I'm listening.
Yes.
Okay. What am I hearing now?
Well, these people in this house, I'm telling you, these people in this house are death.
Just doing my producer job.
Just doing the way they can't even.
Yeah. Too many rock concerts anymore. Too many rock concerts. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I've been to a couple, and these ears, they're not what they used to be. All right.
Danny, one of my favorite things on YouTube is called Puppet Regime. Have you seen it?
What is it called?
Puppet Regime.
Puppet Regime. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Hey, speaking of rock concerts, Aaron, in ringing ears, which concert made your ears ring the loudest? I can tell you
that's
mine.
a good one.
The loudest. You know what? I don't remember specifically, but I will say just generally, whenever you make your way like kind of close to the stage on the edge, close to an amplifier, you're in trouble. It doesn't matter who the band is. It doesn't even have to be like Manowar claiming to be the world's loudest band. It could be like a soft rock band, but if the speaker's in your ear, you're gonna feel it. You know what I mean?
If I gave all of you guys 5 guesses for what concert gave me the biggest headache ever and made my ears ring and me deaf the longest, you guys would never guess it. Because I'm a metal guy.
Well, now I want to.
Now you got him thinking.
Yeah. Let's all take a guess. Yeah. Uncle Danny and myself will all guess a band, and we'll see how close we are, Chuck.
Okay.
Is that cool?
And I will try to get you a hint, a really good hint. How about that? I'll find out what year it happened because I'm trying to think, and I was young. So let me try and get the year. I'll give you the year, and that way it'll give you a general idea as to who you could pick from. Okay?
Okay.
That's cool. All right.
Oh, that's a good idea to do tonight.
What do we got, Chuck? What year are we talking about?
What year is it?
I'm getting the year right now. I want to look it up to make sure I got it right. Okay?
Okay. I already have like a guess of what I want to guess. So if this is at all like in the ballpark, I'm going with what I have in the back of my head.
But let's see what the year is first.
Let's see the year. That's
dig
important.
this. It happened between 1985 and 1986. The end of 1985 into 1986, somewhere in there. And I'm thinking it was actually 86, but the tour took place during 85 and 86.
Oh, gosh, this changes my mind then. This is not who I would have initially guessed.
Who's the loudest singer? Now that's my thing.
And I'll eliminate
the
loudest singer. And I'll eliminate the artist. I'll eliminate the artist that I saw the most in concert, which is Ozzy Osbourne. It was not him.
Okay, not Ozzy. Not the Ozzy.
I've got 2 guesses.
Okay, what you got, Danny?
What is it?
Okay, it's either somewhere between Barry Manilow and Van Halen.
Well, that's a hell of a in between.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so Van those two.
Van Halen's closer to it, but not Van Halen.
Yeah. The reason why Van Halen, I saw Van Halen. This was just before I was married to my wife, and my ears rang for days. That was a wild show in Oakland, California.
Nice. Uncle, you got a guess there, or are you thinking hard?
I'm thinking. You go take your guess out there.
You got me to guess? Okay.
It's 2 I got thinking.
I'm going to guess. I was going to say something else, but this just popped in my head, so I think I should go with it. I'm just going to say Meatloaf. Why not? Meatloaf. Could have been. I don't know. You never know. So I'm going with Meatloaf just because it popped in my head, maybe.
Okay.
Uncle, who you got there?
U2.
U2. That's an interesting choice.
That makes sense.
U2 or The Who.
Or The Who. Now, I have seen The Who. But but no, they weren't the ones that made me the most deaf. Not at all.
Did we get it, Chuck?
Okay, nobody got it, so I'm going to give it to you now. And it's so funny because the opening act was Ted Nugent.
Oh, God.
And he wasn't the loudest because they didn't give him as much of the PA. But it was actually Kiss.
Oh,
Kiss.
That was through my head. That was the one I was thinking of. Would have been my second
Uncle,
guess.
come on, you knew that.
But I didn't think it was loud enough.
Kiss. Okay. Well,
Kiss. That makes sense though, because of the face and all the loud noise.
Just looking at their faces hurt your ears.
Do it.
Here's what's funny. In 85, 86, that's the Asylum tour. They didn't have makeup. No makeup.
I should have known that. I should have known that.
That was the era when they took the makeup off.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That was the era without the makeup
off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to that not long ago.
You were
in the back showing the things on it. And I didn't think he was into that though. I didn't think Chuck was into that.
Chuck.
That's what.
Chuck, are you a fan of Kiss?
Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, I liked Kiss. I liked them better with the makeup, but I had a chance to go see them at Nassau Coliseum, and so I went.
That was going to be my second guess. Well, it was going through my mind. I changed it, but it didn't come out.
So close, Uncle. So close.
Yeah.
But I think I was close with Meatloaf.
Van Halen was the closest guess in my mind. But.
Meatloaf, I don't think was really loud though.
Oh, he can belt it out, Uncle.
Well, in that song maybe, but still, it didn't have the push of a voice loud enough to blow someone's ears out. And that's what Chuck was talking about.
Maybe.
Blow his ears out.
Yeah,
and that's what I was thinking. What group will have to blow out his ears? You see what I'm talking about?
Michael McDonald.
Well, that would have been one.
If you want to get even weirder, we could talk about what was the worst small club show that made me deaf for days. But that's a whole other one.
Those can get you. Those can get you good too. Those small clubs. Yeah. They can be super loud.
Blow you out.
It doesn't take much of a system to do it.
You know, Gigi Allen gave me a headache because of the obnoxious noise, but it wasn't as loud as the one band that actually did give me, for days I couldn't hear right.
You know which ones
in a small club?
Me?
What's the worst though?
These crazy bands that come out.
Marching bands?
Well, they're close to it, but not that close.
Well, even though I fell asleep in a small club in Asbury Park, New Jersey, Typo Negative gave me the ringing ears for days, even though I fell asleep during their show. Because they played so slow. Everything was slowed down. I don't know if you remember the Bloody Kisses time when they did Summer Breeze.
Yeah, they have some really slow songs. Yeah, they do.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine.
Oh dear Lord, yeah. I can never really get into that. I know you don't care for them. I can never get myself into that band either, Chuck. No. But I know they're beloved. They're beloved in the goth scene for sure, and in metal too. A lot of metal.
No, and the guys that I booked to open for that, I booked a band that I managed to open for them. But we got a problem here, guys. I just decided to look, and I hadn't looked for a minute. You got callers. You got a bunch.
Oh, okay. Let's put them on.
I'm going to try and put them in order. I'm going to put Danny on hold for a minute. Okay.
Yeah,
and let me figure out who's next, because let's see, 2 guys called in almost at the same moment, and another guy has been on hold for 13 minutes. I'm sorry.
Holy moly!
Let me bring him on.
We'll come on here. Combo.
Hi, this is Mike Tyson. I just want everybody to know that Spankin has entered the building, and that's the bottom line. 'Cause Stone Cold said so. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Stone Cold, where you been? I've been trying to look for you.
I've been up and down and all around, and that's the bottom line.
Well, I want to have a little discussion. When come in as a being on? I wanted you being on my show. What happened?
I'm off tonight, so I decided to call in and say hey to you, Uncle. It's great to be here, man. And I got to say, Chuck, real quick, the band I thought you were talking about was Iron Maiden.
Yeah, no.
Yes, that was.
And I've also seen Typo Negative, too.
Kiss was the most ridiculous, and they had explosives and everything. Like, Gene Simmons shot fireballs out of his bass during his bass solo and literally blew up part of the PA with a fireball. Part of the PA that was hanging from the ceiling at Nassau Coliseum. It was hilarious. It lit on fire and everything. And I was like, wow. And meanwhile, it was these big percussive boom explosions inside Nassau Coliseum.
Well, they always had that loud. That can make sense because they always had loud voices.
Yeah, but it was like bombs going off on top of the loud music. Now, look, we got another problem here because you got two other callers that called in almost at exactly the same second. They're literally seconds apart.
Okay, put them on. Let's get them on.
Well, do you want me to put everybody on, or what do you want me to do here?
Could you?
Round table.
You want a round table, everybody on all at once?
Yeah, make it a round table.
Okay, you got it. Aaron, you tell me when to stop if we need to stop, but you're going to get a round table with 1, 2, 3, 4 callers all together, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see. First off,
there goes my macho man.
First off, I'm going to put Danny back on, and then I got two guys who called in at almost exactly the same second, according to the, they're literally 1.5 seconds apart.
I feel like this sounds like New Revolution.
Yeah,
my Revolution show.
It's almost like the Revolution.
This is like Revolution show tonight.
So now, all of you are live.
Jimmy, you owe me a Mountain Dew.
There it is.
Mountain Dew. He's back on. About you, caller. I got a news for you. You see the last one I made? We posted it.
The last TikTok?
Yeah, we posted it. Well, Mrs. Sidekick posted it.
Yeah. Oh, the one, the Angry Dog Walk that you changed the name of?
No, not that.
Yeah, because Uncle Robin follows us on the YouTube, so those are the shorts that he sees.
The short ones.
Yeah, you're talking about the actual TikTok. So
the actual TikTok.
Yeah,
the ones that he's always asking for more food.
So you Uncle's
and
last
I put one on just for him.
It was food.
It was food.
It was a new food one. In the latest TikTok, Uncle. He's all ready to go, ready to eat his miniature chicken pot pie for lunch. But there's just one problem that emerges.
Oh, yeah.
What's the problem with the chicken pot pie, Uncle?
It wasn't cooked.
It was not cooked.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah. That's a little problem.
Yeah, no, I'm not on TikTok, so I'll wait till that one comes out on YouTube.
I hear Danny. You saw that video?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that one?
What do you think about it?
I thought it was appropriate. I think you need to cook your pot pie. Tastes better. Way better if it's cooked.
Was it better after being cooked, Uncle?
Yeah.
It was. Okay, good. I'm glad. So that's it.
Is there plans to put that out on the other platforms there, Aaron, or what?
I'll probably cross post that over to you.
Well, you still got to edit one.
Well, I have one to edit.
You got still one to edit. I meant to bring it up here, but
there's one in the post production right now.
Post production still got to be edited. That's the edited boy over here.
That's me.
And I had to get that, so I've gotten another one to do.
Wait a minute.
I've got him on. I got him set.
Hey, Uncle, is
problem is I got to jump on him to get rolling.
Okay, I did a search. Real quick, Uncle. I got a question for you. Is Uncle Enjoys Aggressive Woman's Talk funny podcast? Is that you?
Yeah, wait, I like that one.
It sounds like it was.
Yeah, that's like...
It sounds like one of
I
his.
want to know who that was. Who? That's like me. That's my...
sounds like somebody you do.
That's Mr. Sidekick on my side.
Let me see what happens here, if that's yours or not.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's not you.
I like that one.
I think it's someone else, Chuck.
No, it's somebody else. Okay, weird, because they're calling it, all right, they're calling it Uncle Podcast, and yeah, you got to do something about that.
All right.
Uncle, they're stealing your identity.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. Who is that person?
I don't know. A ne'er-do-well.
Uncle the Podcast.
Who is it, Chuck?
Who is
some
that?
Deep research. We need to.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Hold on. Understanding the birds and the bees.
When Uncle was down in the Baja.
And was my guess correct? Was it the Mountain Dew King, Jimmy James, that called in at the same time?
Yes, 1.5 seconds apart. He was 1.5 seconds behind you, like you were twins being born. It's craziness.
Oh, wait, he can call. I get
Jimmy, what do you got to say about that?
What do you got to say, Jimmy?
Okay, this guy runs a show called The Nightcap Show. The guy runs a show called The Nightcap Show, and it is a Afrocentric podcast, let's call it. But it's a comedy, and it comes up when you try to find Uncle the Podcast on TikTok. I'm just saying. It's like, because I did a search.
He's not.
Oh, wait, no, he could be one of my followers.
No. He's not stealing.
Wait a minute. Take that back. He might be one of my followers.
No, he's not a follower of yours. He's not stealing your... Because I can see who he follows. He's not a follower of yours. He's got 300 followers, and he follows 240 people. Anyway.
Better cut me out then.
Yeah, no, it's not...
To cut me out.
Let me tell you something, brother.
What's happening, buddy?
It's because
these guys are trying out there. They're out there. They're trying to intimidate and impersonate the Uncle Show, but they'll never do it, brother. Let me tell you that, brother. Oh yes, the Macho Man agrees. The cream of the crop is the Uncle Show. Oh yeah.
Now this guy with the nightcap or whatever, he what it is, he has his uncle on as a guest, and he talks to his uncle. It's a similar kind of concept where he's talking to his uncle, and it's a comedy show. That's why. So it came up in the search along with you, because it's got a hashtag comedy show, hashtag podcast clip.
I got longer shows than him then.
That's what it is. You have more shows up than him, probably.
Been around for a while, Uncle.
I've been around
hard to
a while,
keep up.
so I don't think it's no problem.
Yeah, he's beating you in comments though, because he's got 172 comments on that one video. So yeah, just saying.
Engagement.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do with the TikTok. So we'll get.
Is that engagement?
Yeah, he's
that's
doing
engagement.
Well.
Yes.
What you call engagement?
Well, when somebody chats on one of your videos, when somebody reposts, yeah, hell, when even somebody likes, but especially the chat, when a chat gets going and conversation gets going, that's engagement. What do you think about that?
Who's that dog boy?
That's an engaging part of the show where the animals want to join in. So that's animal engagement.
Oh.
That's our form. One way that here.
So there's
going to be
the moral of the story is we need to get Uncle listeners to do more engagement on TikTok.
Yes, we do, because
all right, let's throw them. All listeners that are listening right now, listen good. Get on TikTok. Fight this problem.
This other Uncle
not
show.
You, Chuck, because I know you don't have it.
I know, but this other Uncle show, I'm going to tell you something. This other Uncle show, the reason why it comes up with your search is because it's in the process of going viral, guys. That's why. And it is literally, it's gotten viewed now almost 430,000 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
interesting. Wow. So it's a guy talking to his uncle?
Yeah.
Talking to his uncle.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And as a matter of fact, it's too funny because they're both bald also.
Oh, cool.
And the guy who is the nephew has glasses on, and it's just that they're black. And yeah.
That's the only difference.
That's part of the difference. Just saying. And they're in the midst of going viral because apparently they're hysterically funny. So I'm not going to help them out. They don't need our help. Holy crap.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, okay, well.
We haven't yet heard from Jimmy. Let's hear Jimmy's opinion on this one.
Yeah, Jimmy, what's your opinion on the TikTak here?
Well, I don't like that this guy's, you think he stole the idea?
No, it looks to me like it's just something that came up similar because there's similarities. The algorithm is making them similar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet you he hasn't. I bet you doesn't have what I had of my shows.
It can't be the same.
It can't be the same. Try to do what I do and thinking what he could do. What he's probably doing is probably trying to do something, but a little different than I was doing.
It probably is.
No, it's definitely
that one I'll take exception for.
It's definitely the material is different, but it's just the concept is the same. That's all.
Oh, is it? That's really. Oh,
really? Aaron, possibility some type of physics, like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've already run into Nature Boy's, parallel universe doppelganger. So no, this would be too strange because, first of all, Aaron and Uncle would both have to be black, and secondly,
we're not that.
I'm looking at their earlier material, which didn't do as well, and they're doing different stuff. Now, when they go into sports, you guys go into, baseball and football. They go into sports, they talk basketball. It just so happens they have a different thing going on, see?
Oh, so they like
it kind of sounds like, wasn't it? There's a few shows where,
they like basketball
the one
and
with
UFC.
Anchorman. Remember Anchorman, where they came across their,
Oh, yeah. They say it's the other channel, the other news channel, the local news channel, and they kind of they have a standoff.
And then also, I think there was a Futurama episode. There was a Futurama episode or something like that. There's a few shows that have touched on this topic there, this concept before. But
in this parallel,
way that show's lacking anyway, man. It's not the Uncle Show, and it doesn't have the Spent Ken on it, so it's not the real Uncle Show. The real Uncle Show is the one with the Spent one. There you have it.
See, you guys would talk wrestling. You guys would talk wrestling. These guys are talking UFC. They do crossover.
See, there's your difference right there. You just hit it right there.
It's a topical difference.
The topic.
Right.
The topic.
I'm going through their stuff.
That's what you listen for.
You guys, right.
Now I'm getting the idea.
You both talk football. But
Aaron, can I make a suggestion?
Yes, what's that?
What is it now?
I got a suggestion. So if you get your social media team to go back into early Uncle episodes and cut out some funny moments that then you sprinkle into TikTak to remind people that this show has a long history, some 360 some odd episodes.
Yes.
And also just to farm the and mine that valuable content that is now buried deep under the new content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I could do that.
Your job is to do that.
My job is to do that.
Now, let's see. We'll get that thing completed because I'd like to get this actually solved in a way you're talking, Chuck.
Definitely a problem.
Does your son know how to make...
Well, with this.
Here's a way to assign it. Does your son know how to make shorts out of videos?
He does not, but I'm sure that he could learn pretty easily.
He could real quick, not easily.
If he could learn real easy,
the way he does, because I go to him half the time. Well, he's not here. He knows what he's doing.
See? He knows what he's doing.
So here's the thing: you could give him that assignment, and he could run with it and create the whole thing. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to him about that. Mm-hmm. He might be doing that.
Okay, talk to him about it.
I'm going to do that because if you're not around, I got to ask him to do this.
He's an important part of the social media team.
Yeah, well, he has to be now since this came up.
And the reason why my idea is here is because my son asked me about doing the same thing recently. I said, yeah, you can do that if you want. I'll give you all the stuff. No problem.
Oh, you know what's interesting? Yeah. Count Pupper's in the chat, and he's suggesting that we have these other Uncle Podcast guys on as guests. I like that suggestion, actually.
Well, if we can throw them on there,
you think
they don't mind, and we'll get them on there. Let's talk.
We could try.
We could actually talk to these
people. Go on the TikTok website.
See what they have to say.
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm in for that.
So you got multiple choices. Go on the TikTok website from a computer and do a search for Uncle and podcast, right? And see who else comes up with you. And see who's most similar to you. There might be more than one. And you could ask a few of them and then maybe get, one or two of them come on, even if you ask 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll try that.
Okay, cool. Uncle Podcast TikTok. Yeah, there we go.
Well, maybe the magic of teams. The magic of teams might allow them to come on with video as well.
Well, I have no idea what stuff they use. They might be on Riverside. They might be, who knows?
I don't know where they're from.
Yeah.
To the truth, because first of all, we got to know what they're talking about.
I bet you they're from. The East Coast. If the real alternative universe world is actually.
It could be the East Coast, because I'm covering the West. There's no way no one's coming here.
The teams
so
I
it
see,
has to be the East.
It has to be.
The teams I see them talking about are the teams I see them talking about are the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. So could be.
That's the East. That's the East. That's the East. Okay. So I could see that happening.
The theory's holding up, Uncle.
It's holding up. It's holding up.
I got a question for you, Aaron. Have you heard from the notorious Cooley?
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah. We talked to Cooley on the phone, and he said I gave him all the relevant addresses to mail the dollars. He told me he has those. He has all those. He asked if the one that he sends to Uncle, if Uncle wanted Cooley to sign the dollar. I suggested that he does that to everybody's dollar because it's such an important autograph that everybody's going to want.
So that's the one.
So he told me that he was going to send
that might take a while.
Yeah.
I expect it's going to be a while. I bet it. So how has everything else been sent? Oh, how are you doing there, Chuck?
I think I might.
The others ready?
I think. I might request $2 due to inflation.
Here we go.
Here we go with this money again.
Because I was planning on investing this dollar in gold, and it would already be up to at least $1.75 or something. So.
$1.75. What the heck are we?
Hey, tariffs or not, it still beats a Canadian dollar.
Well.
I never said
how is the one that you got, Chuck? Have they been sent off?
Yeah, I got. I think I got everything except Cooley. Yeah.
Wait. You had them sent. So, I've been watching the mail. I haven't seen it yet come.
I think I'm still waiting on Ed, unless that was the part. Did you send me Ed's there, Chuck?
No. Ed should have sent you his separate.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting on Ed and Cooley. Danny, much appreciated. I've got yours. Jimmy, I would have liked to have those crisp bills, but he sent that through
you got it through PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Well, I still want to send you actual currency, but I just wanted to get you paid because me and the post office have an unusual relationship.
Yes, you do.
Where I send things and then they don't go places.
Or they take a month.
Consideration then.
Or they take an extra month to arrive. That was the other thing.
Month.
But yeah, I love like
6 months.
Oh,
Chuck,
6 months?
That was like 6 months. It was
I didn't know.
November to whenever you got it. I mean, that was just to get to Georgia.
Wait a minute, that was
crossing the border.
So that was like 3 months then altogether, right? Because November, December, January, it was like 4 months.
Well, he's waiting on 4 months for his bill.
Yeah, I think it's 4 months.
He sent me a book, is what happened.
Well, yeah, if you want to send me one of those American Mountain Dews with green dye number 7 before RFK pulls that off the shelves, I'd appreciate that.
Hey, Aaron, it's
the good stuff.
It's about 3 minutes after midnight, Aaron, in the Eastern time zone, just so you know.
Oh, cool. Well, after midnight, we're going to let it all hang out.
Mm-hmm. Hang out. I'm just kind of hang out over
Is
here.
Is that right, Uncle?
Yeah. Where is the Macho Man? Let's get these guys on. Let's get these guys on.
Where is he?
Oh, yeah, the cream of the crop, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. And it's going to keep going and going and going, rising, the cream of the crop, the Macho Man. Oh, yeah.
That's him.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I listen to the Uncle Show every week, and everybody should be listening to the Uncle Show, brother. That's all I got to say about that, brother.
That's another one.
There you go. All you got to do is ask.
I got two of them. I got to admit, they got two of them.
Not bad.
Steve Austin was on there, too. I had Stone Cold up there. So I got a few of these wrestlers out here. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I wonder where Arnold is tonight.
Former governors of Minnesota.
The Minnesota. Yeah, what's he up to?
Living it up.
I was a pro wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
A biker. A rodeo clown. Now I live down in the Baja.
Whoa. What are you laughing at?
I do really miss those days. I miss those days when Jesse Ventura was promoting his
this Ventura's talking. You don't interfere with him talking now.
I know.
I mean, you're not supposed to talk when he's talking.
I know.
What was he with the Banditos, right? Banditos, wasn't it?
Well, they canceled my show Conspiracy Theory, so I've been down in the Baja.
I got a question for the wrestling experts out there. Was Arnold Schwarzenegger ever on any wrestling shows?
That's a good one.
He didn't wrestle, but he was in the audience. And Triple H got in his face. That was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was in the audience for
a
few.
Cameo then.
Yeah.
And one of my friends actually asked me, "What do you think would happen if he would have if Arnold would have swung at him?" I said, "Well, Triple H would probably have eaten him for lunch." At the time, Triple H was 35 years old in his prime, and Arnold was probably closer to my age now in the 50s, but. Back then, we was in our 30s. Triple H is a year older than I am. And obviously, he doesn't wrestle anymore. But, 20 years ago, if Arnold would have tried to do anything, Triple H would have eaten for lunch. But, Arnold was a great bodybuilder and a great actor, a much better actor than Triple H. So I can leave it at that. Because Triple H is
good to know.
Damn good because he is the game.
Wasn't that around the time that Arnold was in the movie with Jesse, and that's like kind of the familiarity there, and that's why they brought him in the audience? Wasn't that?
No, Arnold and Jesse were back in Terminator.
That's what it was.
Back in '86 when
not Terminator.
Was still wrestling.
It wasn't Terminator though. It was something else.
Whatever happened to the
Jesse was in the Terminator with Arnold.
Let me think.
He said,
"Let me think a minute."
I picked.
Don't you mean off the ground? He was Predator?
They were in Predator.
Yeah, Predator, not Terminator.
Not
Predator. My bad. He said, "I picked a kid off the ground. He was bleeding." I said, "Kid, we ain't got time to bleed."
Where's the Undertaker? Anybody get the Undertaker around?
He's retired. Very, very tired being retired. Everybody's just letting him rest.
Because my friend is.
I was gonna say that's a
my friend. That's his favorite wrestler.
The Undertaker.
Down in Florida. Loved him.
What about Paul Bearer?
Oh yeah,
that's a fun one. That's a fun
he's been dead for a long time.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's been dead for a long time. Oh, my Undertaker! They started to carry him around. He used to carry around the urn, and then they made it to where he was in the urn after he died. Those bastards. I'm telling you, wrestling is ruthless and cutthroat. They started carrying him around in the urn. The Undertaker's out there with Kane. You gotta be Kane.
And what about the guy who was Brock Lesnar's manager?
He's still top of his game. You're talking about Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Yeah, he's the advocate of the tribal chief, and he was the advocate of Brock Lesnar, then the tribal chief, and now he put together Seth Rollins and the Steiner brothers, Rick Steiner's son, they call him Braun Breaker, one of the best athletes you ever see. Yeah, he's managing them, and they're the top dogs right now in wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah,
I actually know. Who's the Canadian wrestler who died?
Dino Bravo. Dino Bravo.
Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Owen, yeah. It's been a while.
I'm actually friends. I'm friends with the niece of Owen Hart and Bret Hart. She lives in Victoria.
Oh, right on. Well, she should be talking about the Owen Hart Foundation wrestling tournament that's going on right now in AEW. The other wrestling organization.
I might be able to convince her to come on the show sometime.
Cool. Oh, if you could do that.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure if you can get him.
I think she's a cool chick. I'm sure she's got some stories.
Yeah, I would like to hear some. I'd like to hear some.
Yeah. Okay. I'll reach out to her.
Because he was a great guy. Everybody loved him.
Yeah.
And he was very loved in the business. Everybody loved Owen. And
one more question.
Sad what happened was tragedy.
It is, yeah. Uncle, have you seen my production of Uncle the Recipes?
Okay, the recipes.
It's a kind of like a Photoshop kind of image.
It'll look great.
I got to show you that one.
I didn't see it. He's hiding these things.
I'm hiding.
I can't get him until I talk to him. He's hiding them all.
I'm hiding those things.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's true. I am. I mean,
yeah. Face the fact. I haven't heard until you said that. I haven't heard.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to reprimand the sidekick there.
Yeah, do that.
Uncle, I think we need to do shout-outs if we're going to get around all these. I think we probably
shout-out.
I think we need to do that now. We're at that part of the show. So who do we have? Yeah, who
was the first online? I don't even know who was first online here.
I think
it was Danny.
Yes.
Danny first, and then we'll go down from there. Hello, okay.
We'll go to Danny.
Danny first. Go.
Yep.
My turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alternative Universes. I think that the Uncle podcast has reminded me of the series Fringe, which was about alternative universes. And then also, too, with our wrestling, my earliest wrestling experience was going to the Sacramento Memorial Auditorium. My brother and I dragged my father to see Pat Patterson wrestle Paul DeMarco, and my father's comment was, "We smelled like smoke." And I never seen that many excited, overweight Latino women. Rooting for the big guy. So, yeah, that's my shout out.
There you go.
All right.
There's one.
Cool. Thank you, Danny. Great to talk to you, man. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next, Uncle?
Who was next?
Well, next was Spent Kent.
Kent, go ahead.
All righty. Well, that's about it for me. I'll just give you a little bit of Rowdy Roddy Piper. Everybody wants to be like the Hot Rod. Everybody wants to be Roddy Piper. I'll leave you with that, Uncle. And, when I get off Fridays, I'll come on this show. I love this show. I love coming on with you guys. And peace and love to everybody. Everybody be anti-war. Let's stay out of wars. Let's love our fellow humans. Let's do that type of thing and educate yourselves. Spread the love. Love you guys. And Spent Ken is about to leave the building.
There you go.
I see you, Ken.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, then we had, I believe after that was the simultaneous calls came in.
Yes, unfortunately we've lost Jimmy James, so we only have Robin left. Yeah. He hung up or something. Yeah.
We're going to have to go to Robin, I guess.
We'll hit the Robin next then, because I don't.
Okay, well, I'll shout out to Aaron and the social media team for sprinkling these TikTaks on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube and Instagram, and I'm looking forward to seeing this latest one when it comes out on the YouTube.
You didn't see it.
And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Uncle Explains the Cat Carrier Backpack.
Oh, that
I
one,
didn't
yes.
know you had such a funky-looking cat there, Aaron. That's a cool
Yeah, you like
That's
that guy?
Mrs. Sidekick's cat.
Yeah.
That's
What's the name of that one?
Sigmund.
Zygmunt.
Nice.
Zygmunt. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. That's it.
Very good. Very good. That reminds me, Aaron, I'd love to come on to do a show on the Government Hour about Edward Bernays in the future as well.
Yeah, Sigmund Freud's cousin.
Shout out to Eddie Bernays there.
Nice.
All right.
Anyway, that's all I got today. Thanks for having me on the Government Hour and Uncle Show. I'll work on another Uncle the recipes this week.
Cool.
Excellent.
And go from there. So,
All right.
you guys
Thank
have
you,
a good
Robin.
night. Chuck,
Yeah.
talk to you soon. Take it easy, guys.
Good night, Robin. Great to talk to you. Okay.
Yeah,
Uncle.
we had him.
That's
Right.
everybody. So everybody's gone. It's just us left, Uncle.
Is this us too?
It's just us and Chuck. Do you want to do any shout-outs?
Shout out to my original callers and all the outside, out of the United States callers. I always have to give them the nicest shout-outs if they've been listening in, hopefully.
Right. Canada, Germany, UK, and all over America is what I see on the Ocelli stream. So that's what we had tonight.
Thank you for watching and listening.
Yeah, I'll do a shout-out. If anybody happens to have been a new subscriber to Uncle's TikTok and is now listening to this podcast, thank you. That's the idea. We were hoping that we could get people around to this podcast with other ways, but I mean, TikTok's becoming a thing unto itself too, which is also fine. But thank you for listening, and share the show with other people who you think are perhaps as crazy as you. That would be good. We would enjoy that.
366 in the books. Bye-bye.